So friends, let me take you back to see how the last month ended. I must admit I have a lot of mixed feelings, and it has taken me a couple of days to figure out my game plan. During this last week of the month, I had 3 or maybe even 4 migraine episodes, which really derailed any plans I had to get stuff done. I guess this is just another lesson about not leaving things to the last minute. It's definitely a lesson life has been teaching me for many years, but somehow it's just not sinking in. Because of how miserable I was that last week, I really had to prioritize my tasks, and I am happy to say that I got through the week and keep up with my 75 hard tasks. Sadly, there just wasn't anything left for my other tasks and goals. So let's take a quick look at my monthly goal. On my little to-do list over here, although I did pay a bill earlier in the month and I did go through some of my mail, there are still some bills that I did not take care of. Therefore, I cannot color in this flower. As for my goal of working at least 40 hours at my second job, I was able to get that goal accomplished. I actually worked 43 hours. For my goal of visiting a new place, I did do that. I went with my sister to visit some gardens in the city on Memorial Day. For my weight loss goal, I did not reach my goal of losing 4 pounds. I lost 2.9 pounds throughout the month. Then finally, for my goal of sending a letter to my health insurance, I actually did get things prepared, but when I reached out to my insurance company to get their fax number, I ended up speaking to someone and the circumstances have changed a little bit. So for now, I'm going to hold off on this. I may or may not have to revisit it next month, but right now I'm just gathering some information to make sure that this is the right path. My habits at the end of the month were definitely spotty. I have completely fallen off my vitamin regimen, but it is what it is. Let's flip back to my cleaning tracker. This last week on the cleaning tracker looks absolutely sad. Many things did not get done. All the monthly things and quarterly things I had hoped to get done in that last week, I did not do. I did do some of them here and there. For example, I had laundered my mattress pad and my comforter. I cleaned the inside of my microwave. I did mark off that I did not clean my air fryer, and that is because I currently do not have an air fryer. I did get rid of my old one. It had broken. And I did purchase one at Costco maybe 2 weeks ago, but it's still in the box in the garage. So technically cleaning the air fryer this quarter was not necessary. But I'll definitely clean the new one before I use it so I can check it off for the next quarter. I am pretty sad to see so many gaps here, and I'd be lying to you if I told you I was completely okay with it. There were definitely a few days at the end of the month where I was absolutely beating myself up, but I soon realized that all that was doing was preventing me from moving on and getting excited about the new month. All I can do is learn lessons from that and try not to repeat my mistakes going forward. Now, because we're at the end of the quarter, let's flip back quickly and look at my quarterly goals. For my quarterly goals, I did not quite figure out the health insurance, so I am not checking that off. I did get rid of 300 things. See, I worked on this goal earlier in the quarter and I was able to get it done. I did read 2 books, actually read more than that. And even though for this month's goal, I did not lose the 4 pounds I had planned, in quarter 1, I did actually lose 10.2 pounds. So I did lose the 10 pounds that I hoped to. There are still some gaps in my goals and ideas pages, so I can't check off that I have everything completed there. I did have my dental cleaning done in this quarter. I did visit 1 new place, and I had made many plans with friends, so I definitely have more than 10 of those. All in all, that's not too bad. All right, and here is my main goals page. Let me color in my progress trackers. All right, I love seeing some progress on here. Now, although May was not a perfect month, I think if I take into consideration everything that I have going on in my life and how thin I'm trying to spread myself, I'm pretty proud. Like I said, it took me a few days to get here, but I am trying to remember progress over perfection, and that a new month is essentially a clean slate, just like we have here. So let me tell you a little bit about my plans for quarter 2, and more specifically for June. For quarter 2, I'd like to visit 3 new places. I'd like to look into and possibly apply for this certificate that I've been considering, which would help me in my professional life. Along with visiting the 6 places, I would like to shoot for 5 new experiences. Honestly, I don't really have a long list of ideas for that, so that's something I'd like to brainstorm, but it sounds fun. And as far as ideas go, I would like to come up with 10 ideas for new skills that I would like to consider. I do have a few ideas for this already, and I am looking into some of them because you never know when opportunity presents itself. Also, in quarter 3, I would like to start therapy and I would like to get a physical. Hopefully, during quarter 3, my health insurance issues will get worked out. But if not, I still want to get the ball rolling on this goal of starting therapy and doing a physical. My goals in June will definitely be working towards my bigger goals and my quarterly goals, but I also want to focus a little bit more on the fun goals because this past month was pretty tough on me. I feel like I do need some rest, relaxation, and fun woven into my days. So for June, I want to come up with 6 serious ideas for new skills and do some research into them. Next, I'd like to have 30 hours of planned rest. This is not just scrolling on my phone on the couch. This is actually planning time to rest and relax and rejuvenate. Like I just mentioned, one of my goals for this quarter is to get a physical. And in the month of June, I'd like to have that physical scheduled, even if it doesn't happen until July. And finally, I'm going to strive for working 50 hours at my second job this month. I do have a lot of expenses coming up, so I do need to focus a little bit more on work this month. And finally, there'll be a little to-do list like I have every month. For my habits this month, I am not changing anything from those that I had in the month of May. I will continue to track being on time to my office job, flossing, washing my face, taking my vitamins, having my water, and having movement every day. None of these have become true habits just yet, and they are still all important to me. So I will continue to keep an eye on those things. Now, we are a few days into June, and as you see, I have not even filled anything in here, and that was because I was wasting my time feeling down. I also feel like in May, I really didn't have time to sit and think about my goals and think about the things I want and build excitement for the things to come. Because of that, working in my planner felt more like another task, another chore at a time when I felt completely overwhelmed as it was. But hopefully this month, as I am taking time for planned rest, I can use some of that time to brainstorm and plan. All I can do is stay optimistic and get right back up when I fall. So I have a feeling that by next week, things will definitely be looking up for me. And as always, I hope to see you then. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're not giving up on your dreams and your goals either.